Throughout the opening sequence, I've employed the use of my photography DSLR, the Canon 7D. I've changed the way I shoot with my camera since filming my opening sequence. Mainly through use of YouTube videos, I subsequently learned, due to the lack of autofocus during live mode on DSLR, that like with still images, aperture is key. The higher the aperture, the deeper the foreground is, therefore bringing most of the shot into clarity. I used the camera alongside the Canon 28-135 image stabilizing USM lens, as well as the Canon L series 70-200mm USM lens. I used the macro lens for all of the live shots, due to the closer focusing distance and itself being more versatile. However, for the still images, I used the telephoto lens. Due to the low aperture, I could produce a shallow depth of field, highlighting the character himself, further reinforcing his sense of isolation. As I've mentioned within my blog posts, I was shooting in direct sunlight, which threw the weights and exposure incredibly high when shooting, producing an inadequate image. To counteract this, I took two steps. The first step was using a polarizing filter for the macro lens. It produced a lower level and all over better quality image. However, the image was still overexposed from one side. Being a perfectionist, this annoyed me. After the guidance of a photographer friend in New Zealand, who explained he had the same problem with portraits, albeit his was still images, but the theory is just the same. He suggested using my external Canon 320EX flash on a separate mounted tripod on the opposite side to the sun, therefore creating an overly bright image from every angle. I tried this with sample shots and found it worked well after editing in Adobe Lightroom 5. Once in Lightroom, I could perform some basic adjustments on video, by lowering the exposure all the way down and bringing the blacks all the way up. This produced this natural shot before the camera edits the image, also in this case the video. After this, I adjusted the whites to my preference, negotiating the problem adequately. During the filming stages, I relied heavily on my Manfrotto 190 Pro X4 carbon tripod. It's an incredibly light frame, which is ideal for transporting between shoots, mainly between the car park roof and the centre of town. As well as this, I had problems with the wind. Being outside, we cannot cater for the elements, and found that the ambient noise I produced was unusable. However, on the advice of my teacher, I returned to the first place I shot and recorded 2 minutes of ambience with my Hainel 100 microphone attached to my phone. Due to the phone protector, it blocked most of, if not all, unwanted noise, producing the result I wanted. As seen within my frantic blog post towards the end of the filming deadline, I cannot perfect the movie tracking motion of the final sequence. After much due deliberation, I brought a Konig tripod dolly that would fit with the tripod and produce the shot required. However, after learning to use the equipment and produce the shot I was wished to create, it did not make the final edit. Throughout the editing stages, I hopped between Final Cut Express at school and Final Cut Pro X trial version at home to complete the necessary editing in time for the deadline. I used the trial version at home to tie up any loose ends I could not complete at school. Through this, I learned a great deal from the two pieces of software, and now feel capable to use such applications in the future, whether that be a short time-lapse video to a music video. For exhibiting our processes to creating the final piece, and indeed the final piece, we use YouTube in correlation with the blogging site WordPress. We use YouTube to embed the videos into our blog, from the continuity techniques at the beginning of the course to the final piece, and subsequently these evaluation questions.